Before we start the video, I would like to remind you all that this video is not made for kids. It's for older fans of the show and adults only. If you don't fucking like it, then get the fuck out of here for fuck's sake! Oh, shit. I need to calm down. Spirit of the LNER. One day, at Knapford Station, Gordon, Molly, Wilfred, Ryan and Toby were talking excitedly among themselves. There was to be an LNER-themed gala on the North-Western Railway, and Flying Scotsman, Gordon's brother, as well as Tornado, were coming to visit. Gordon was talking the loudest of them all. Us grizzly engines will take centre stage in these events. All the visitors will come to see us, because we are the very epitome of the LNER. I don't think that's quite accurate, said Molly politely. We also represent the LNER, as there's more to the LNER than just you fast express engines. Well, yes, I'm a fast express engine, but not as fast as you. That's right, said Wilfred. Sir Robert has agreed to let me partake in this event. Molly, Wilfred and I are gonna form the Great Eastern Trio, said Toby proudly, representing the former Great Eastern Railway. Although, I'm rather relieved that my cousin Alfred won't be attending. Well, we don't want him on this railway anymore, knowing what he's done. Indeed, said Gordon. That bastard! I can only imagine what sort of unspeakable things that he would do if either he or that phone-obsessed moron attended. I shall be taking centre stage. You know who I am. I'm the pride of the LNER, not you, Gordon. Telephone exchange, Whitfield. Then Spencer moved in. Move aside, old bean. It is I who's taking the express today, he said snootily. The Duke and Duchess have agreed for me to do so, and I feel so privileged, as the LNER Gala is soon coming up, where I will be pulling trains with you, my dear Gordon. Gordon was cross. How dare you take my express? And you should know that it's centered around me and my brother, not you, bastard! How dare you! Retorted Spencer. I've a good mind to wash your firebox out with soap and water. The guard's whistle blew and Spencer departed, leaving Gordon feeling very angry. But Gordon was not cross for long, as the Flying Scotsman arrived with Tornado. Greetings, dear brother, said the Flying Scotsman cheerfully. It's been a very long time since I've seen you last. The same could be true for me, said Gordon cheerfully. And I suppose you must be Gordon, said Tornado. And I suppose you must be Tornado, replied Gordon. Indeed, I've heard a lot about you and your brother while I was being built in Darlington. I'm the first mainline steam engine to be built since 1960, said Tornado proudly. Gordon smiled, and he forgot about Spencer for now. We are going to have a photo shoot in Knapford Yard, said Flying Scotsman. The enthusiasts will be milling round us. We've got to represent the true LNER. Oh, indeed. Let us go. While the three enders were enjoying the photo shoot, Spencer arrived at Vickerstown, only to find a diesel. Not any old diesel, but a Dotic. You
You Celtics, you're the reason why me and my class got withdrawn.
The Delt, called KOYLI, retorted in an offended manner, I beg your pardon, but we were only doing what BR stated in their modernisation plan.
Modernisation plan indeed, retorted Spencer. You saw my type demoted onto ghost trains. Indignity. Even my brother Mellard, who broke the speed record, was demoted to goods.
At least Mallard is a gentleman unlike you are, and is more than welcome at the National Railway Museum than you will ever be and can never ask for, retorted KOYLI calmly.
Pah! Napier nuisance!
Snarled Spencer, and then he puffed away. The next day, the gala started. Molly, Toby, Wilfred and Ryan were on display at Knapford Station. Whiff was being cleaned for the gala, while at the waste dump, Spam Can had to shunt with scruff. The Flying Scotsman took the express. While Gordon and Tornado headed an excursion with the Gresley Teak coaches to York. Gordon would be very excited to see Mallard and Green Arrow. I've seen Mallard and Green Arrow too. They both welcomed me into the LNER brethren. I was so honoured.
Oh indeed. Unlike Spencer, Mallard is such a gentleman,
said Gordon. I heard that he was rude to a Deltic last night at Barrow.
Oh, that's no way to talk to our successors on the East Coast, even if they are diesels,
replied Gordon. But just then, the guards whistle blew, and they set off. Later, Spencer saw the engines on display, and then he patronised them.
I appreciate that you are fellow LNER engines, but you are only a side part of this event. The star of the show, of course, is express engines like me. I am, after all, the fastest engine on this island, and you know it.
You may be fast, but you're full of hot air, retorted Molly. It's not all about you. Us Great Easterners are part of it too.
Indeed. Ryan spoke up next. We're all collectively part of the LNER. We all represent the LNER. Daisy even said to me to be proud of myself at this event.
Oh, Ryan, be proud of who you are and show yourself to be part of the LNER. I've got to go now. Bon chance.
Pah!
retorted Spencer, and then he wheeshed at them before steaming away. I know that Gordon called my cousin a bastard, but I'm inclined to think that Spencer's more of a bastard than Alfred ever was, thought Molly to herself. That night at the sheds, Spencer was ranting to Tornado.
You were only built in 2008. How could you be a proper LNER engine when you weren't around for the company's existence? You know nothing about the LNER.
I beg your pardon. It is those like you who are doing the LNER a disservice, retorted Tornado.
Pah! Tornado is living up to the legacy of Arthur Peppercorn, retorted Gordon. But that doesn't mean he is any less LNER.
You're saying that I know nothing about the LNER because I wasn't there at the time? Rubbish! I'm still part of it. They kept arguing. Keep this attitude up and you'll get yourself into trouble. May I ask who ran out of water on a hill?
It's because I had a leaky tank.
You be quiet, snapped Flying Scotsman. I demand silence, because I want to sleep. So they subsided. A couple of days later, it was Spencer's turn to take the excursion, this time to Doncaster. While Gordon, Flying Scotsman, KOYLI and Tornado were at the Vicarstown Railway Museum with Alice and Samantha. Don't you all look great in LNER fashion? Smiled Samantha. Even KOYLI is part of the legacy of the East Coast Main Line. He's a welcome addition.
Indeed he is,
smiled Gordon. I know that I got replaced by him, smiled Flying Scotsman, but he's part of the family. But then Spencer passed by.
So you're all on static display? Oh, that's right. I'm taking centre stage on the tour to Doncaster. The spotlight is on me.
You won't be laughing once you're stuck in a shed with nothing to do, said KOYLI. The hot air in his smoke box will come to bite back, I assure you, said Tornado. Tornado was right. As Spencer was approaching Barrow, he began to feel off.
Something is not right.
Then, oh! Ow! What was that? Ow! Spencer came to a stop, having burst his safety valve.
Bollocks! I can't go anywhere.
The call was made for help, and KOYLI came over with Flying Scotsman. After Spencer was switched from the train, KOYLI took the excursion to Doncaster. While Flying Scotsman pulled alongside and looked at Spencer disdainfully. I am pretty sure that when I see Mellard next, he'll be very disappointed in you, Spencer. We LNER engines have a reputation to keep, and you and your ego do the legacy of the LNER a huge disservice. What would Sir Nigel Gresley say if he was still around? I would like to imagine he would have some very, very stern words for you. As indeed with the Duke and Duchess when they hear that their own private engine has been treating fellow LNER engines such as Molly, Toby and the others with nothing but contempt. The spotlight is not on you. And it never was, and it never will be all about you. It is about us LNER engines as a whole. I also understand how it felt to be replaced by the Downtings. I was almost scrapped before I was saved by Alan Pegler. And the same thing almost happened to you before the Duke and Duchess saved you. But this does not justify your rudeness towards KOYLI. He too was replaced, but this time by the HSTs, and almost scrapped too. You should also give Tornado a chance. He is a revival of the legacy of Gresley's successor, Arthur Peppercorn. He is 100%, and I assure you, 100% LNER. And you must realise that even if he was built only a few years ago, he is as much LNER as you and I. Is that clear?
Yes,
said Spencer somberly, and then Flying Scotsman took him towards Crovans gate. Spencer said nothing. He was ashamed. That evening, after being repaired, Spencer was taken by the Duke and Duchess to Gordon, Flying Scotsman, Tornado and KOYLI to apologise.
I'm so sorry from the bottom of my firebox. I am so sorry for my rudeness, my egotistical attitude, and I'm just generally sorry.
Aye, that's much better. No hard feelings.
I am so ashamed of how arrogant I have been, and how being an A4 got to my smoke box, and how being so fast and mighty, I thought I was on the throne with railway royalty, and I looked down on the others. I am truly ashamed. I should have been scrapped. But you haven't been scrapped, replied Gordon. You are lucky to be alive, and to be partaking in the gala of the legacy of the LNER. That's right, replied Flying Scotsman. You've made your amends now, and we can end this gala on a positive note. Aye, but I propose that on the last day, all 5 of us will take the excursion to King's Cross and back, as we're all part of the spirit of the LNER, smiled Tornado. Gordon smiled. I back this proposal wholeheartedly. Spencer and Flying Scotsman smiled. And so it was arranged. On the final day, Spencer also had a proposal. I propose, he said grandly, that Flying Scotsman takes the lead, followed by Gordon, then myself, Tornado, and then KOYLI. That way, it will be the spirit of the LNER in full representation. The engines agreed. I can't wait, said KOYLI. My twin Napier power plants are ready to go. And so am I, said Tornado. And so, as the enthusiasts lined the track, they departed Knapford from King's Cross in spectacular fashion. Everybody was excited as the cavalcade headed towards King's Cross in the true spirit of the LNER.